Hello and welcome to 6-2, Mean, Median, Mode, and Range. Today our goal is that we would be able to find the mean, median, mode, and range of a data set. Alright, so first we have to talk about what is a mean. Another word for mean that you may have heard before is the word average. And how we define that is it is the sum, which we know that's adding, of all the items or numbers divided by the number of items in a set. So for example, let's say we had the number 7, 3, 5, and 8. Okay, so first my step is add numbers. So 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 8, let's do. 10 plus 8, I'm using the commutative property of addition. 10 plus 8 would be 18. 18 plus 5 would be 23. So my answer would be 23 here. And then I would divide 23 by how many numbers I added together. So I added 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers together, so I would divide 23 by 4. So if I did top divided by the bottom, 4 goes in 23 5 times minus 20. I'd have 3 left over. So I could say my remainder would be 5 and 3/4. Or I could keep going on and make it a decimal. Doesn't really matter. Which way you decide to go must be like a 7, 5. So then if I would subtract, I'm going to move this up a little bit. If I subtract 28, I'd have 2 left over. If I brought down another 0, 4 goes into 25 times. So I could say it's 3/4 or 5 and 75/100. Either way, again, your answer would work because we started with all whole numbers, so we could have fractions or decimals for our answer. All right, let's try another one. Okay, so here we actually have numbers. So first, I need to add up all the numbers. 13 plus 23 plus 21 plus 20 plus 21 plus 24 plus 18. So first I add up all my ones. 8 and 4 is 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. 17 plus 3 is 20. And if I add up all my 10s, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 114 when I added them all up. So that's my first step. Add them all up. 140, sorry. I think I might have said 114. 140. And then I count how many numbers did I add up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 numbers in my data set. So I would do 140 divided by 7. 7 goes into 14 twice. Exactly. So 7 goes into 0. 0 times exactly. So my answer, my average, would be 20 inches. I saw that up here that says inches, so that's how I knew my label would be inches. Let's try another one. This one should be a little bit easier. 2 plus 4 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I added them up, I'd get 10. And I count how many numbers did I add up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 goes into 2, 10 twice. So my answer would be 2 pets. Would be my average number of pets owned. Now again, we need to know that the word mean is the same thing as average. They are interchangeable. Our math term, usually we use mean. But the average person, I guess, everybody else likes to use the word average. So we have to know if we see this on a test, if it says find the average or find the mean, they're asking us to do exactly the same thing. All right, yes, I do want you to write this down as well. This is a definition of median, mode, and range. So the median is the middle value, but there's a stipulation here. It's the middle value when the data are in numerical order, or the mean of the two middle values if there are an even number of items. So let's say I have the numbers 3, 5, 7, and 9, right? So I'd start at the outside to find the median. I would start at the outside crossing them off. Okay, I crossed off 1 from both sides. Now I'm already to the middle. Now normally you're going to have a data set of more than 4. But I have 2 that are considered the median. So it says if that happens, we have to find the mean of the two middle values. So that means I would add up 5 plus 7, and I would get 12, and then I would divide it by 2. Sorry, that's a plus, because there are 2 numbers that I added up, so I would do 12 divided by 2, or my median would be 6. And then the mode is the value or values, there could be more than one mode, that occur most often. There may be more than one mode for a data set. When all values occur an equal number of times, the data set has no mode. So let's say we had a data set of 3, 5, 5, 7, 9, 9, 12. Okay, I'd go through. There's 1 3, not my mode. 2 5s, yep. So I have 2 5s, not my mode. 2 9s, and let's say I had 3 12s. So yes, there's more than 1 5 and more than 1 9, but there are 3 12s. That one appears most often. It occurs most often, so my mode in this case would be 12. So it's just which number occurs more than once in the data set, or not more than once, but most often. So it could be 3 of the same number. It could be 2 of the same number. If there's only 1 of a number, then it would be no mode. So there could be no mode, but there could not be no median. And then our range, this is the one we had a hard time on last year. Our range is where we take the biggest value minus the smallest value. So let's use our 3, 5, 7, and 9 numbers. Okay, so to find my range, I'd take my biggest value, 9, and I would subtract from it my smallest value, which is 3. So in this case, my range would be 6. I ran out of room. Okay, so this is a lot to take in. That's why I really want you to write down the definition of mean, median, mode, and range, and some examples of how to find that. I think it would really help on your test if you had this really neatly written in your notes. Let's try one more problem here. And in this one, we're actually going to find mean, median, mode, and range. So first, let's find our mean, which is adding them up, dividing by 2. Or 4 in this case, sorry. Number of items. So I'd add up. I know this isn't take up a lot of space. I'm going to try to write really small. 145 plus 126 plus 100 plus 125. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 6 would be 16. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. And 496. So to find the mean, I need to do 496 divided by, how many numbers did I add up? 1, 2, 3, 4. So once, bring down my 9. I have 2 4s can go into 9, minus 8. I have 1 left over. 4 4s go into 16, so my mean is 124 touchdowns. So my median is where I'm going to order them from least to greatest. So I'd order it 100, 125, 126. And now I always tell you do not erase your work, but in this case I'm going to. Please always keep your work. But I need a little more space to write here. 126 and 145. So if I start on the outside, crossing off my outside numbers, I'm left with 2 in the middle. So I'd add them up. 126, I'd get 11. 251, and I divide it by 2. I get 1. That's a 1 there. Sorry, let me do a different color. 1, 2, minus 4. I have 1 left over. 2 goes into 11 5 times, minus 10. I have 1 left over. Now I have a 10. So my median is, the middle number between these two are 125.5, or 5/10, sorry. Okay, now I need to find my mode, what number appears most often. In this case, my mode is no mode. And lastly, my range is where I'm going to take the biggest number, 145, minus the smallest number, 100. So my range is 45. Okay, that's a lot, and we're really going to practice it tomorrow, so don't freak out. We'll just make sure that you took really good notes tonight, and that will really help you out tomorrow and with our test. Anyways, thank you for watching.